I love Nigeria. Ìkéde wa láti Fresh FM Nigeria.
Of course, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, is already live in the studio this wonderful evening. The final day of the campaign, dubbed closing arguments for his re-election bid. Excellency, about key and Arale.
First, let me apologize for coming late. We were stuck in traffic on the express. The people inbound Ibadan from Lagos, they just they blocked everywhere. Having said that, let me use this opportunity láti kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa nílé àti ẹ̀yin odi kò sí oko mọ́ ní Ọ̀yọ́ State gbogbo everywhere ti já mọ́ra wọn. Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ti já mọ́ Ìsẹ́yìn ti já mọ́ Ọ̀yọ́ ti já mọ́ Ìbàdàn, Òkè Ògùn ti já mọ́ Ìbàràpá, and Ìbàràpá ó ti fẹ́ já mọ́ Ìbàdàn. So mo kí ẹ̀yin yẹn wa, mo mọ̀ pé àwọn diaspora àwọn náà wọ́n listen sí wa. So and Mayor àti the Musketeers, it's always a pleasure, to we'll slug it out with you because you ní ẹ wá béèrè ìbéèrè tí àwọn aráàlú ò fẹ́ máa gbọ́. Àwọn aráàlú tó bá ti pè wọ́n máa ń kí wa ni tí wọ́n sọ pé ẹ bá wa kí gómìnà wa kò ní rẹ̀ yí o. Wọ́n á tún sọ pé ẹ ní kú o, ẹ lo ipò yìí pẹ́ o. Ó lẹ́ni pé look, kò sí bá a ṣe fẹ́ lò after our second term náà a máa lọ lé náà ni. So mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin yẹn wa, mo dẹ̀ sọ pé a kú ìfojúsọ́nà. Mo gbà ládùúrà pé ìbò ìjọ sátidé a lọ ní ìrọwọ́ ìrọsẹ̀. N tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ n tó wà nínú yín tí ẹ fẹ́ ṣe, Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kí ẹ lè ṣe, tí ẹ tún fún wa ní opportunity to serve you for another term of 4 years.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Based on the time we've agreed to spend here, I'll be as much as we can to be punchy and brief. Exactly 4 years ago, you came here in the company of the other coalition partners. I still remember vividly that Thursday evening here, where the coalition led by Otun Olubadan, Senator Rashid Laloja, all of them here came here to endorse your candidature. And you also spoke about your intent to take Oyo State to a very high level. 4 years later, history is repeating itself. We are back in the same studio 48 hours before the election. I just want to ask you, especially when it comes to those critical pillars on which your administration in the last 4 years has been premised: education, infrastructure, health, agribusiness, and others. How well, in terms of FHJ Ishe, Ibiti Bashede, until so 4 years ago, Ninubi, Petomba Dibo, Funi, Etualeni, Edukantu Dibo Funi, Lelekeji, Lotunla, Nijo Saturday. Omi 2.1.0 Ibulaba Ishe Kamu Loko Okan. Let's start with education, which you yourself said was very critical.
Thank you, Mayor. Education under Omitutun 1.0, we brought out a roadmap for accelerated development of Oyo State, 2019 to 2023. And education is one of the major pillars. And we said, look, to start with, we will put enough resources in education. There's a UNESCO standard on what percentage of your budget will make sense, for you to put into education. And that's between 15 to 25%. And check the budget or your state budget for the past 4 years. Averagely, we've been around 18 plus percent. And so we put more resources into education from budgetary standpoint. Also, one of the things we said we were going to tackle is the issue of out of school children. A lot of, your state then had the most out of school children in the entire Southwest. So we looked at the bottleneck, the 3,000 education levy, Town school answer was a major bottleneck for them because some of the parents just don't have that money. So as I scrap education levy, we scrapped it, and the result is there to show. In these past 4 years, we have brought back almost 60,000 out-of-school children back into the classrooms. So education at the tertiary level, when we came in, we met on ground 1.5 university belonging to Oyo State, the Technical University, and also Lautech was owned half 50% by Oyo State and 50% by Osun State. And we said we will take Lautech back for Oyo State. And people were sneering at us. In fact, we PDP governors méjì wọ́n try wọ́n rí ṣe. PDP àti ACN wọ́n try wọ́n rí ṣe. ACN àti ACN wọ́n try wọ́n rí ṣe. APC wọ́n tún di APC àti APC àwọn náà rí ṣe. But PDP àti APC á rí ṣe. Because Governor Yetola and myself, we sat down. I said, look, ẹ jẹ́ wo àwọn ọmọ wa tó jẹ́ pé courses tí wọ́n ṣe tó yẹ kó take wọn ní 4 years, wọ́n lò 7-8 years níbẹ̀. And kò ń ṣe people from the moon, no, there are people tó jẹ́ pé nínú ilé ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan wa or families tó close mọ́ wa, you will see those children. So we took Lautech back, and Afi Icency, the Seyi campus are created again for Faculty of Agriculture and Renewable Energy. And Emmanuel Alayinde College of Education, ìgbà tí mo lọ sí NUC, they just said, look, you have demonstrated commitment pẹ̀lú Lautech. Every agreement I sign, I ensure we stayed true to the intent and spirit of that agreement. And then you see they were watching us. So èmi sọ pé mo fẹ́ lọ sọ fún wọn pé ẹ jẹ́ ká just initial meeting ni mo rò pé à ń lọ fún the ES NUC just said, look, go see initial meeting, just sit down. We will type your letter and give you approval because we know you've demonstrated a capacity.
You kept faith.
So, from that 1.5 universities, Taba at OTD 3, and 3 functional universities on Lansdowne, Oyo State. Now, at the secondary level, apart from out-of-school children, Pada, Aberesishe infrastructure, because the gap was so huge. I mean, we've built over maybe 70 model schools and about 400-500 classrooms. If you also take the issue of the gap to one nínú àwọn olùkọ́ni tó yẹ kó wà ńbẹ̀, the teachers, it was also huge. So we decided to employ 5,000 teachers at a go. Anybody tó bá mọ government ní Ọ̀yọ́ State kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n wá ń pa tí a máa parọ́ fúnra wa o tó ti ṣerú ẹ̀ they should bring it out. Ìgbà tí mi àti brother mi I think he was here
during the debate.
During the debate tí Bayo sọ pé Governor Ajimobi won 5,300. We fact checked that this thing. We will employ up to 2,500, and those 2,500 also include education officers, and we employed 5,000 teachers plus 700 education officers. And Tabalosi primary level. Yes, the same situation exists. Kò sí teacher, kò sí infrastructure, ó ti decay and all of that. I said, okay, look, you have to pace yourself because the resources are very limited. And that is why at least the first thing ta lè ṣe ni pé ẹ jẹ́ ká motivate àwọn teachers tó wà ní at that level so that iye teachers ta níyẹn at least we will get 70-80% out of them. And kí la lè ṣe láti motivate wọn? They were owing them a backlog of leave allowances. From 2017, 2018, 2019, káwa tó dé, we cleared all of that. We paid 2019, 2020, 2021, and we paid 2022 ní last month fún wọn. So now they are motivated. Wọn ò máa gbé chinchin lọ sí school mọ́ pé okay o period tó yẹ kó fi máa teach àwọn ọmọ wa wọ́n láti ta nǹkan for them to survive. Now their salaries are being paid promptly. On my way Wasibi Kini I think because of the delay were held up. Èmi náà mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí tuning sí radio and then a dé ibì kan tí Senator Folarin tó ń ṣe a program lórí one of those stations, and wọ́n invite àwọn èèyàn wá sínú studio ní pé ìwọ ṣe bí ẹni báyìí báyìí ló represent. Why tẹ́ ẹ̀ ṣe open studio yìí kẹ́ open ẹ̀ fún àwọn aráàlú kí wọ́n wá sọ fún yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí nígboro. For us, there's nothing holding us. Kò sí anybody ní sẹ́ open kìíní fún àwọn aráàlú kí wọ́n wá sọ̀rọ̀ kí wọ́n sọ those people tí wọ́n give testimony pé ọmọ àwọn ó ti padà sí school. All the law school graduates níbí and some 500,000 naira because some of them one struggle need to become lawyers, and the only time they can be useful to our society ni pé wọ́n láti pass through law school. So we said Ọ̀yọ́ state government a máa fún wọn ní 500,000 naira fún àwọn law school students wa, and our consistent we've been paying it. So ní sector yẹn omi tuntun 1.0 I will give this administration at least 75 to 80%.
The couple when it comes to the issue of grants to school, because when you scrap 3,000 naira, the administrators will say, "Oh, that's where we get few money to run the school." You promise to give them grants. I know at the point in time there were issues, the issue of they have to remit before you give them. Where will you say? And you also acknowledge during our town hall that agreed there were issues, but you've been able to situate them properly. You want to tell people of Oyo State, especially teachers, Omi 2.0, how does it capture smooth release of grants? You also spoke about complaints at tertiary institution over the use of consultants. And I remember when you came for the town hall, that you're also looking at it and you will review it. Is that still your stand as voters go out on Saturday?
Yes, let's see. The issue of grants, we did the planning very well. As of the time we were coming in, the enrollment in the secondary school was about 400,000 students. 3,000 per student will give us 1.2 billion. So we made provision for 1.2 billion. But it's not free money for the teachers. They are supposed to use that. And the first question I ask Nipe, okay, this 1.2 billion, that is the maximum telegba based on the enrollment. She 100% compliance, lower ni, abi 90% or 80% or 70%. Kusentole for me ni accurate figure because owó yẹn could really say accountability. And you know, tó bá fẹ́ gba, tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ gba milk lẹ́nu ọmọ, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ wá tom-tom àbí oyin ẹ fi sí ní ẹnu. So we fought ourselves, but I can say that alignment ti wà, the bills coming in ó ti wà reasonable, and we can only improve on that situation because in the beginning ní situation tó jẹ́ pé ẹ size ara yín up pé who is going to blink first, who is going to, but in spite of all of that a ṣe ensure pé àwọn students wa won't suffer. Now with the consultants, yes, sometimes this system yẹn tó bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ bó ṣe yẹ kó ṣe, there won't be any need for consultant. Only má jẹ́ the right or the solution to the optimum solution, but at least you can have data from all of that. We have the data and we can only get better.
Let's go straight away to infrastructure, which has been, I mean, Chief Adeojo was here this morning. And when Baba was telling me that, he said he was coming in from UK and they were driving him to Ibadan. He slept inside his car. By the time he entered Ibadan, he woke up and he was telling them that, Ibola why? And they were saying, Ibadan, you know, Ibadan kola why you? And that's Chief Yakin Adeojo this morning. He spoke glowingly about your infrastructural revolution. 1.0, where are we? 2.0 is Oyo becoming in Dubai. I mean, voters want to know.
And 1.0, Obitutu, 1.0, we said, look, Ekoko link gbogbo àwọn zone to wa. And then I'll prioritize one. Ibi tó jẹ́ the food basket wa, Okeogun. See capital, Ibadan, the consumption center. And the first contract still award ni láti link capital mọ́ ibi tí food basket wa wà, which is through the Moniya to Isenyi Road. 65 kilometers. It's a long stretch. And mo ti challenge everybody and anybody pé look, ní Ọ̀yọ́ state yìí o, tẹ́ bá rí government tí ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ a 65 kilometer road tó parí ẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ mọ ibi tọ́nà náà wà, ẹ sọ fún mi kẹ́ ẹ sọ government tó ṣe. It is this administration. And not only ní pé we did a very thorough job in terms of the quality, because at the commission over 2 years now, every time tí mo bá gbà, mo ṣì wà proud of what we deliver, because 2 years on lè report lórí ọ̀nà yẹn, and people now wọ́n gbé Ìsẹ́yìn, wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ ní Ìbàdàn bí, and after that a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní link all the other zones. Our major centers, Ọ̀yọ́, after Ibadan, you have Ọ̀yọ́, you have Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. Ọ̀yọ́ to our food basket is also ongoing. All the hydraulic structure, 100% done. 38 kilometers ni. At least, as of the last count, almost 20 kilometers have been tarred. Close to 20 kilometers. And a major economic asset wa ni Fashola, the farm estate, on a low connector. And just by doing that road, ni Fashola agri-business estate, subscription is 100% now. So, the next major hub wa Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. Apart from Lautech to Wambe, is also the next population center, actually the second biggest city ní Ọ̀yọ́ State. And láti link òun náà mọ́ food basket wa. So a brand new road, 76.8 kilometers. Nothing low exist in there before now. And all the hydraulic structure 100% done. And out of the 76 kilometers, about almost 55 to 60 kilometers tarred and done. Àná mo ṣì wà ní Ìsẹ́yìn tí mo lọ ṣe campaign. Our people tí wọ́n ṣe campaign l'Ógbómọ̀ṣọ́ about 50 minutes. Ló take on láti Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ láti wá meet wa ní Ìsẹ́yìn. So we've also been able to link. Yes. And now we've also linked Òkè-Ògùn, the food basket tiwa mọ́ Ìbàràpá through Ìgànná, Ẹlẹ́kọ̀ọ́kan to Ìgàngàn, all the way to Ìgbòrà. So having done that, and these are not roads, so jẹ́ pé ká tó ṣe 10 kilometers, kilometer 2 àti Ìwú tẹ̀lé wa lẹ́yìn. So they are roads jẹ́ pé very solid. We don't need to go back to those roads for another 15, 20 years. So tí wọ́n bá ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé omi tuntun apá kejì 2.0 á tún dùn ju apá kìíní lọ, because now our resources need àti padà lọ síbi àwọn iṣẹ́ tá a ti ṣe yẹn. Tó bá jẹ́ àwọn kan ti ṣe léyìí sílẹ̀ fún wa ni, those resources àti máa deploy sí some other places. We took a risk also. While we're linking the major zones, a tún wò pé okay, the intrazonal linkages tó yẹ kí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe under apá kejì, we decided pé okay, a ti ṣe Shaki Township Road. This is a road tí before wá ní pé eruku ti fẹ́ pa wá níbí, wọ́n ní pé okay, ṣáwọn ìyàwó yín wọn ò lè máa gbé omi kan máa dá sí ojú títì ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, so a ti ṣe kò sí eruku ń bẹ̀ mọ́, and I said okay, now a major hub ní Shaki in that zone. The only way ta lè fi get full benefit fún iṣẹ́ tá a ti ṣe ní Shaki, ẹ jẹ́ ká link Shaki, ká link ẹ̀ mọ́ Ọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀, Ìgbòho. Once ẹ bá ti ṣe linkage yẹn tó lè extend lọ sí Kishi and Ìgbẹ́tì, then the economy gbogbo ibẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ti wà link mọ́ Shaki. Shaki ti wà link mọ́ capital ní Ìbàdàn. So it's a case of once tí tide bá ti lọ sókè, all the boats ni rise. So a ti succeed láti lay that foundation. Now mo mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn complain, oh Ìbàdàn, the intra-city roads and all of that. Well, sùúrù ni Ted. Èmi àti Lanet Sick àjọ wà lára àwọn tí wọ́n lọ flag off Omi-Adio sí Ìdó.
We covered it.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ní láti ọ̀rẹ́ méjì ń bì, in fact láti ojú ọjà Google yẹn, àti ṣe dé orí bridge ọ̀rẹ́ méjì, a tún ti ń ṣe láti ọ̀rẹ́ méjì máa lọ sí airport. Then tẹ́ bá move sí Ọlọ́runṣògo láti Bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ń bọ̀ dé orí bridge Ọlọ́runṣògo. Now and dualize láti bẹ̀yẹn almost 4.1 kilometers. The work is going on níbẹ̀. Kò ń ṣe bẹ̀yẹn nìkan. Now láti ọ̀hún yẹn a ti link Amúlòkó via Ajia lọ padà sí Ifẹ̀ Express Road, and then ó tún yà lọ sí airport.
Okay.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, hydraulic structures 100% done, because the major place tí ẹ ti náwó ó nìyẹn. Now let's even talk about our airport. Ìgbà tá a dé lè lọ sí airport kí taxi wà ń bẹ̀ kó dúró kó kí ẹ rí taxi. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fly wá sí Ìbàdàn, you must call somebody pé ẹ wá gbé mi ní airport, otherwise you will be stranded. But go to that place today, taxi rank ti wà ń bẹ̀, because frequency flight now ó ti increase and it will also still increase. One of the major bottleneck fún wa tí àwọn flight ò fi máa wá ó ní kò sí aviation fuel. Wọ́n láti gba fuel láti anywhere tó ń bá ti wá, so a ti ṣe aviation fuel terminal síbẹ̀. For the first time aircraft ti fuel ní Ọ̀yọ́ state ní Ìbàdàn airport yìí kò sí ìjọba tí.
Well, there to cover the event.
So the link itself airport fúnra rẹ̀ a ti ṣe ọ̀nà yẹn. I designed myself the small spot tó lọ sí tó tí ẹ bá ti gorí bridge airport yẹn tẹ́ fẹ́ lọ sí Alákíá Ìṣẹ́bọ road yẹn, because people wọ́n máa ń face the traffic lórí express ni, a lot of them accident. I said okay, ẹ jẹ́ àwa link yẹn ò exist rí, ilẹ̀ yẹn ti wà ń bẹ̀, all of this we took it, I compensate àwọn tó bá yẹ ká compensate, and that link is solid now. Kò sẹ́ni tó ń bọ̀ láti airport tá face traffic on Lagos on Ìbàdàn Ifẹ̀ express road. But kò ń ṣe yẹn nìkan, because the airport is very important to us. The ease of getting in and getting out, and by the time the other expansion tá fẹ́ ṣe, which is extend runway yẹn, build more terminals, ẹ jẹ́ ká wò bóyá lè ṣe cargo níbẹ̀ yẹn. By the time tá bá fẹ́ ṣe, a major challenge will be pé look, there must be several ways to get in and get out of the airport. That is the only way that it can make sense. Pé a true alternative airport to Lagos ní Ìbàdàn á jẹ́. Torí ẹ̀ ní ọ̀nà tó lọ sí Old Ife Road through Onípẹpẹyẹ, major part of the project ni wọ́n filẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣe, which is the underpass ní Onípẹpẹyẹ. Now is maybe close to 80% done. They're just waiting for the next set of concrete láti cure. So tẹ́ bá ń bọ̀ láti airport, depending on ibi tẹ́ bá ń lọ, if you're going to Ìjẹ̀bú, then take the Amúlòkó route and then lọ link Dágbólu kẹ́ máa lọ sí Ìjẹ̀bú Igbó. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹ fẹ́ wọnú ìgboro lọ ni, ẹ fẹ́ máa lọ sí bóyá mi ni Ọ̀rẹ́ Méjì, Agúgù, Ọjà Àgbó and all of that, take the airport tá já sí Ọ̀rẹ́ Méjì, Agúgù, máa wọnú ìgboro lọ. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹ fẹ́ lọ sí gate ni and all of that, need àti Déwò road, take the road, the Old Ife road, ẹgbà wájú ẹgbà underpass Onípẹpẹyẹ, ẹgbà Loyola, ẹ ti dé gate. Tó bá lè jẹ́ pé ẹ fẹ́ máa lọ sí Òṣogbo ni, come out ẹgbà Ìwó road. Tẹ́ bá débẹ̀ àti award láti junction Ìwó road yẹn tó fi dé border wa pẹ̀lú Ọ̀ṣun. So from that place you can go to Ìwó, you can go to Òṣogbo. It's the quickest way. Ó wà quicker ju pé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ ń gba Gbọ̀ngán ẹ máa bọ̀ wá síbí lọ. So àti lay foundation tó fi jẹ́ pé the expansion it will catch quickly pẹ̀lú àwọn tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ wá síbí.
On the campaign
and let me also put the icing. Tẹ́ bá ti débẹ̀, tẹ́ bá ti kọjá Bádékù, you see the circular road. We're not joking around níbẹ̀. For 5 years tí wọ́n fi ṣe the first concession tí wọ́n fún wọn, they built less than 3 kilometers of road. What is a road? The major work tó wà ńbẹ̀ only the concrete work, the àwọn interchanges yẹn àti bridges. So we took on the 2 interchanges at the same time, plus the 4 bridges tó wà in between. they are almost done. If you're coming from Ife, once I federal government projects in it, I said no. Even yet, one of his cooks in Iwo Road, last junction Iwo Road, to Fide junction Adegbayi. Yes, federal government law award there from COPEC. But we called them and said, look, this thing is so important to us. Àwọn èèyàn tó bá ń bọ̀ láti airport wa, tí wọn ò bá fẹ́ gba Old Ife Road, tí wọ́n fẹ́ gba New Express Road, at least wọ́n láti ní smooth ride from the airport wá sí Igboro. Said, a sign agreement. We will provide the money. We gave them about 4-point-something billion. This is the money. Actually, the federal government, if I sanwó fún yín owó sukuk or anywhere, then Emma return it fún wa. Out of that, Awala, they had the additional land ní Iwo Road, kò ń ṣe federal government project. So we added it. So that àwọn tó bá gorí express yẹn, àwọn tó fẹ́ yẹ àwọn nu bus terminals, wọn ò ní disturb àwọn tó wà ní tí wọ́n lọ ní orí express. So in terms of infrastructure, I think also we've done very well fún Ọ̀yọ́ State. Àwọn kan lè fẹ́ sọ pé kí là ń ṣe ìgbà tá a dé, the light up infrastructure ní Ọ̀yọ́ State. Àmọ́ wípé I hate security because ó lè á máa jà tí ẹ bá lè rí wọn. But ẹ bá rí wọn up to 1 kilometer, 1.5 kilometers ahead of you, àwọn náà they will think twice. Àkọ́kọ́ ṣe proof of concept, and ẹ ṣe 20 kilometers of that light up. Ìgbà tá a rí impact 20 kilometers, and increase it to 250 kilometers throughout Ọ̀yọ́ State. And we know at any experience, okay, báwo la ṣe achieve these 250 kilometers. And then I said to people, under Omituntun package, we increase it by another 250 kilometers. But that is being very conservative. What I have in my mind, Onipe, we can light up to 1,000 kilometers of roads.
But you're already encountering a problem of powering them with diesel.
We're not powering them. Well, we started with diesel because the lead time. Gas generator is not something that GMG àbí kíni oya ẹ bá mi gbé máa gbé bọ̀ láti Èkó. No. Gas generators you have to order to between 18 and 24 months. And for me, I have only 4 years, 48 months. So if I have to wait for 24 months, kí wọ́n tiẹ̀ tó gbé kíni, I'll rather my bite bullet pé look, ẹ jẹ́ n kọ́kọ́ power pẹ̀lú what I can get off the shelf. And then we're changing those out to gas generators. And those gas generators, they will even be backup ní wọ́n tún jẹ́, because the IPP Tanshi will power those street lights ultimately. And we're not doing IPP. Look, this is something hanging in the air. We went to Shell Nigeria Gas, and said, look, extend the gas pipeline Wasibi. And work is ongoing, Nibe. So we know that gas infrastructure is also being developed at the same time. So in terms of infrastructure, ó wà lára àwọn nǹkan tí the opposition tí wọ́n okay ibo làwọn ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn aráàlú gan.
While on the campaign trail with you, I also remember you made commitment to the people of Ibarapa concerning Erua, that road. You also made commitment to when we're in Okeo. There's a particular road you mentioned, and everybody got excited. Ben, that's
Okeo to Igana, I believe. Yeah, Okeo to Igana Road. That one, I told them, we under Omituntun package.
Under
Omituntun package. Ben. Tí ìyẹn tí ó lọ láti Ìbàràpá, láti Èrúwà wá sí Ìdó. Àti award at a flag off, and they're going through documentation. You see, part of when you're going through transition, some people, they become a little bit careful under alternative project funding. These people will have raised the initial money. Láti máa bá iṣẹ́ lọ. Well, àwọn náà fẹ́ wò pé ẹ jẹ́ àwọn nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Saturday. Okay. So don't be surprised pé by Sunday, gbogbo the slowness then reading nínú kíní yẹn, it will just pick up quickly because ilẹ̀ àti mọ́
ilẹ̀ ọ̀nà Ìbàdàn to Èrúwà.
Yes, Ibadan to that Ido to Èrúwà.
Yes,
Ido to Èrúwà. Yes, that's the one I'm saying. From Omiadio to Ido, that one is ongoing. Right now. I mean, we pay them 30% with that contract, and we're monitoring them. They are not due for any payment until they get to 50% completion.
I still remember in 2019 when you were here 48 hours before the election, you touted, and you are so passionate about it, the issue of tackling unemployment of the youth in the state. I remember, and Dari, I don't know what others can bear me with, where you said, the reason why all these young people that are in the city are just walking around is because people are unable to find them job. You describe the fact that, look, what about delay? And you promised you are going to use agriculture to change the dynamics. You said it here. And that if you are able to, make good the so-called farm settlements, young people that are here will leave and go to those settlements and get engaged. 4 years down the line, where are we?
Okay. Attack with ni 2 ways. One, there are some of those youths that are very talented. One flair from sports. So okay, what can we do? Lake and Salami Stadium, upgrade F1 opportunity, because some of them, rather than come and roam the streets, they can go there, train, compete, and we've still results. A lot of our youths now, they are one lossy Adamasugba Lake and Salami, one train, and the National Sports Festival, you can see
you did well.
Your state well on the medal table, and even our own darling team, Shooting Stars. Gbogbo pay 25, 26, àti fẹ́ máa retire ní the football now. So gbogbo àwọn players wọn tẹ́ bá ti rí, they are under 30, abi. So they have been useful because we made the investment ní Lekan Salami Stadium, and not only that, abẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ pé okay, gbogbo àwọn zones wa get at least one standard stadium fún wọn, and that is ongoing. So kò ń ṣe Ìbàdàn nìkan, even as far places like Shaki, like Ọ̀yọ́, like Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́, now we're pushing in that area. Okay. On farm estates, we said we will stem, if you play back what I said we will stem rural to urban migration.
Yes.
Yeah? And the first thing I need that is only build the infrastructure. Sure, you understand?
I do.
And while we're doing that, and láti fún àwọn youngsters wa ní exposure to modern agribusiness techniques. We sent them to Nasarawa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àwọn Israeli ló construct that farm, QSS farm ní Nasarawa. We sent them, and for you to know that the progress is slow, but progress yẹn ó wà sure. somebody came to me and said, oh, àwọn student wa tó lọ sí Nasarawa pé àti empower wọn.
Of course.
Ká fún wọn ní owó and all of that. And he now said pé one of them gan ni farm, òun ni manager òun ní farm. So òun ni manager, so are good enough for you to employ him as your manager ní farm. What we deposited in that individual, òun ló lè jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ lè employ gẹ́gẹ́ bí manager yín ní farm. Yes, àti really empower wọn bá a ṣe fẹ́, but some of them are not waiting for government. Some of them, they are cultivating and they are moving on. So láti empower wọn, sweetener ni the basic ingredient ó ti wà nínú ntaṣe.
If there's anything that people talk about you a great deal before the election, the gang and yours truly, we've been chatting about it. Candidates Makide in 2019 when he was here. People talk about your philanthropic gesture. People will talk about, oh, you are very compassionate. You have this flair to want to help, to want to do this. You have this heart, And I also will revert back to what Baba Chief Yekin Adeojo said this morning. He called out market people. He called out, artisans. Láàárọ̀ níbi pé ẹ wá ẹ dìbò fún Seyi o. Kò fi alẹ́ ayé lé fún yín o. Ó ṣe báyìí, ó ṣe báyìí, ó ṣe báyìí. I just want to ask you, how well will you really say you are fared when it comes to workers and pensioners' welfare in terms of what people know you for, the compassionate aspect of you in the last 4 years, and what you also intend to do moving forward as far as 2.0 when it comes to welfareism of those who work in this place and those that have actually worked?
Well, okay, something. Me, I came from a very humble background. My late father, teacher, he attended St. Luke's Nibi in few of classmates Baba and she were alive. One bomb me, so he went to St. Luke's. He read at home to become a banker. Sure, you understand? So, and also my late mother, director of EPS, the secretariat, telephone operator, ni mama. But they lived a very good life. Even only man need trappings, riches, fame. But the kind of life they want live, on ló jẹ́ delight fún part tí àwọn tọ̀. I remember pé my father ní family wọn every time tí wọ́n pé 70 by 64, 65 wọ́n á ti kú. Kí ló ń ṣe àwọn family yìí until ìgbà tí my father now turned, well, he became diabetic at 60. So, ó dà pé trend yẹn ni. Tí wọ́n bá ti wá rí owó láti tọ́jú ara wọn by 65, wọ́n ti lọ. So, he became diabetic. And then, he also retired about the same time. About 60, just 60 going to 61. He left the answer. So, we had to take up the responsibility for his medication, for all of this. So, when he crossed 70, I think it must have been his 72nd birthday. He now called me and said, Seyi, my God, mi go bá ti kú ṣákáàdì pé kò ń ṣe ìtọ́jú òsì. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé kò bá sí ìtọ́jú, mo ń rí oògùn rà, mo ń ṣe. And from that 60, he lived for another 16 years. Wow. So for me, when I look at these pensioners,
you remember him?
Ben, the 5,000, the 10,000, that some of them, that will be entirely determined bóyá wọ́n live láti rí àwọn ọmọ wọn kí wọ́n ṣoríire, or they will have been long forgotten before that. So kò wá difficult fún mi láti connect pẹ̀lú àwọn pensioners wa, and also ní December last year a máa ń ṣe 13th month fún àwọn workers. Ìjọ wo nìyẹn? We were just because sometimes myself and my team we just poke fun at ourselves and say, look, kí tí ẹ lẹ́ni ẹ̀ ń ṣe tí ẹnìkan ò ṣe rí, ó yá ẹ bá wo government tó ti san 13th month salary rí ní Ọ̀yọ́ state. A rí i pé government governor Jimobi ni wọ́n celebrate ìgbà tí wọ́n san the third one. So ìgbà táwa bẹ̀rẹ̀ a san 2019, a san 2020, a san 2021, a san 2022. So àti kọ́kọ́ beat record yẹn. But 2022 àwọn pensioners comrade Abatan, they came to my office and said, àwa náà kọ́ ṣe kò yẹ ká gba 13th month allowance ni. Mo wá ní okay, ẹ máa gbọ́, a lè má ní resources láti fún yín ní 13th month, but I will work something out for you. And I sat down with my people, okay, kí ni tá bá fẹ́ fún wọn ní Congo rice bóyá bíi méjì, tá fẹ́ fún wọn ní chicken, tá fẹ́ fún wọn ní òróró, èló ni ó lè jẹ́? Wọ́n ní at least 10,000 naira should be able to provide that for them. I said, okay, a Merry Christmas. No. We paid 10,000 naira to all the pensioners, and it was flat across board. Ẹlòmíì wà tó jẹ́ pé pension 5,000 naira ni. Ẹlòmíì wà ó jẹ́ 7,000 naira ni. Ẹlòmíì dẹ̀ wà tó bá jẹ́ èèyàn rice tó di PS and all of that. Pension wọ́n lè jẹ́ bóyá bí iye current salary tí ẹni tó bá jẹ́ PS tó bá ń gbà. So the pension títí wọn ó lè jẹ́ bóyá bí 300,000-400,000 naira. But I sọ pé look, ẹ jẹ́ a fún gbogbo yín ní rice, chicken àti òróró àti ata díẹ̀. Ẹlòmíì ó lè jẹ́ pé rodo lòun ara, ẹlòmíì ó lè jẹ́ pé kò ní fi tó máa Pepsi títí ẹni. We gave it to them, and surprisingly àwọn tó tún wá appreciate ẹ̀ jù ni àwọn PS, àwọn directors, àwọn tó jẹ́ pé iye tí wọ́n gbà ju 10,000 naira lọ, because the gesture pé look, àwa tí wọ́n ròyìn pé òkú tiẹ̀ ní wá, àṣẹ nìkan tiẹ̀ ṣe wà níbì kan tó ròyìn pé a lè jẹ́ aláàyè. So mo lè connect pẹ̀lú ká sọ pé a fẹ́ run a welfarist administration.
But you've gone through hardship yourself.
Of course. I sold bread for my mother. Ní iwájú Adéọ̀yọ́ Yemẹtu Adéọ̀yọ́ hospital ni.
Bread rẹ o.
No, tá bá ti dé láti school, a lọ sí Tidbit ní bakery yẹn. Tidbit bakery ní Fagbamila. Tó bá ti gba bí Ghana must go bag méjì ni. Mú ìwà tó jẹ́ òní my brother, òun á gbé bag kan sí tèmi, èmi mo dẹ̀ bá kọ́kọ́ ta ti tèmi tán. So táwọn yẹn bá ti ń jáde tí wọ́n ti ń close ní Adéọ̀yọ́ State Hospital, we just hand them over in fact ìjọ tá a bá wá, because ilé tá à ń gbé right next to the hospital ni, wọ́n á wá kanlẹ̀ kó lè wá pé búrẹ́dì kọ́ adigunlu kẹ́ Alex am lọ́la ṣe búrẹ́dì léde. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, so n tó mí ni pé for me, you know, from that kind of background to become the governor of Oyo State, kò sí ẹni tí ó jẹ́ pé ọmọ tiwọn náà kò lè débẹ̀. Education was important, exposure was important. That is why tó fi jẹ́ pé our policy lórí education ni pé look, anything tí ò bá ní jẹ́ káwọn people yìí kí wọ́n lè ní access sí, we must remove that obstacle. Torí ẹ̀ la ṣe fún wọn ní textbooks, a fún wọn ní notebooks. Àwọn tó fẹ́ ṣe WAEC nínú wọn, a ṣe extra lessons fún wọn. We pay the teachers. Look, àwọn ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa ní, and lè mọ ibi tí talent wà until tẹ́ bá fún gbogbo wọn ní equal exposure. So that is exactly why tó ṣe jẹ́ pé mo lè wà I can easily connect.
You can relate and
bẹ́ẹ̀ni pẹ̀lú the masses. And táwọn olóṣèlú bá dẹ̀ ń bá mi jà pé look because I was reading something ní ìjọ òní pé Senator Lanlẹ́yìn ní pé mo breach agreement tí mo ṣe fáwọn. I can say it over and over again. I do not have any regret. Tí màá bá choose between serving
to 19. The many gentlemen are not to pillage the resources of the states. Maybe to give people appointment. You think? I mean, it's not a virtue.
Honorable Commissioner for Education Lojo Nibi, Barrister Abiodun Abdulrahim. Bàbá Ládọjà ni wọ́n filẹ̀ sínú ìjọba. We've been àti wà níjọba tá a jọ ń ṣe for the past 4 years. The same thing. Commissioner for Agriculture, Adebisi. Bàbá Kọ́lé Oṣó ni wọ́n filẹ̀. Ọlátúbọ̀sún Wàsíù Ọlátúbọ̀sún Commissioner for Information, ADC ló filẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, so for these 4 years, gbogbo ṣé mo sack anybody nínú wọn ni? Tí ó tọ́ àti tó yẹ ká ṣe fún individuals, a ṣe fún wọn. Respect tó yẹ ká fún wọn, a fún wọn ní respect tó yẹ ká fún wọn. A kẹ́ wọn. Ẹni tó bá ní tí wọn ò tó, well, I mean, I can only apologize pé díẹ̀ náà tó nínú nǹkan ní nǹkan.
Strong word coming from Mr. Governor. If you're just joining us, it's a special one-on-one with His Excellency. His closing argument as far as his intent to seek your vote come Saturday is concerned. Let me quickly unleash my gang members. One question each. Because I want members of the public. No, they will.
Because we are orchestrating. Close
circuit interview.
Close circuit
interview. Okay, let me start with one question each.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Your Excellency Governor Seyi Makide and the candidate of the PDP in this weekend's gubernatorial election. Let me commend you for the great things you have done in the area of infrastructures and education. I am highly impressed, and of course, going by the background you are coming from, one is not surprised really, because somebody who could make success of his own private life, of private business, and the landmark achievements in those areas I've mentioned.
Healthcare, expansion of our economy,
yes, of course. This road thing you spoke about will link all these zones together, and of course there will be expansion across the corridor.
IGR Ribata 1.8 billion per month. Now averagely 3.5 billion every month. They achieve without raising taxes on anybody. Farah ni anybody ni Igboro.
Yes.
So it's
also good. So much to say. Yeah. A formidable opponents, as we are witnessing today, is good. They will be able to put you on your toe. It's good for
police. Seyi Makinde òṣèlè kí làwọn ṣe ní 4 years ago. I came with a road map. Pé tógun èèyàn bá dáyàn lójú, èèyàn máa ń fi gbárí ni. I put it in black and white. Mo dẹ̀ distributed to everybody. Pé nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe ni. Go back to that document. Mark with yourself. Tá a bá score at least 75, going towards 80%. Then let's sit down and have a discussion.
Okay. Former Governor Ládọjà was here about this time in 2019 to spearhead the coalition that brought you to office. And I remember also, we said this earlier before you came to the studio this evening when we were analyzing your coming to the studio. He said something that Makinde, okay, he's a wonderful guy. Give it to him. He's ready to serve. He's one of the best guys in the States. But he's a very stubborn person. This morning again,
He said it here.
this morning again, Baba also said similar thing. What is your personality like? What is the problem about this stubbornness in you? Can you let us into why this conclusion is coming from this elder statement about your personality?
Okay, thank you, Demola. You see, if you're principled, if you say, look, if you cannot stand for something, you will fall for anything. See, me ever were desperate for anything in life, either position new or anything new. Ni mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí strive láti contest for the first time in 2007. Mo lulẹ̀. I mean, you yourself.
You are not we say Akim.
Oh, mo lulẹ̀. Okay. Àti ẹ jẹ́ ká try again ní 2011
primary.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹ jábọ́.
Àtúlulẹ̀. Ní time yẹn. Wá okay ẹ ti ẹ̀ wá ná. Senator tí mo ní mo fẹ́ ṣe fẹ́ jẹ́ ṣe okay. Jẹ́ move up. Ó ṣe 2015 pé okay governor gan mo fẹ́ ṣe because as of that time mo ti interact pẹ̀lú all the former governors tó wà ní ibi 2003 ọ̀dọ̀ Baba Ládọjà ní àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ politics.
Yeah.
Fortune Group. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni Fortune Group. Now mo interact pẹ̀lú wọn ìgbà impeachment yẹn àti SSG Sarafa Ali ni o àti ẹ̀gbọ́n Délé Àdìgún ni o everybody kánlẹ̀ kúrò nígboro ni èmi ò kúkú mọ̀ pé bóyá wọ́n lè pààyàn gan torí politics nígbà yẹn. Èmi nìkan mo dúró sí Ìbàdàn bíi to hold that group together. Ilé ọ̀dọ̀ mi ni wọ́n ti máa ń ṣe meeting. Malam Yusuf Idoyi ni senatorial chairman wa. But by 2007 mo ti interact pẹ̀lú group yẹn. Ìgbà tí mo bèrè lọ́wọ́ pé tiẹ̀ wá ná ibo la wá lọ ní this 2007. Chief Adetoro ni state coordinator Ládọjà group nígbà yẹn. Ibo la ń lọ. Bàbá làwọn mọ ibi tá à ń lọ. Ọ̀dà tẹ́yìn ò bá mọ ibi tẹ́yìn ń lọ. Èmi mọ ibi tẹ́mi ń lọ. Ni mo ṣe join up pẹ̀lú Governor Ajimobi láti contest ní AMPP ní bẹ́ẹ̀ni Ọ̀yọ́ South ní 2007. So mo interact pẹ̀lú Governor Ajimobi náà. Ìgbà tí AMPP ò lọ mọ́ tá a padà sí PDP under Governor Akala Lawa. By 2011 mo feel pé mo ti ṣiṣẹ́ enough wípé mo dẹ̀ lọ bá Governor Akala ọkọlọ́run fọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́ wọn pé ẹjọ́ ṣe fún wa ní level playing field lórí contest yìí wọ́n láwọn á fún wa ṣùgbọ́n ìjọ tá a lọ ṣe primary ní Olúbàdàn wọ́n ti fún wọn ní instruction pé deputy governor gbà yín. Máa wá wo nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe ń bẹ̀ bóyá ìjọ mi èmi náà lè ṣerú ẹ̀. Mo lọ sí Olúbàdàn mo lulẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ mo kó báàgì mi mo padà sílé okay. So by 2015 the major gladiators ní politics Ọ̀yọ́ state Baba Ládọjà Governor Akala Governor Ajimobi mo ti interact pẹ̀lú all of them. I said look gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń ṣe yẹn èmi gan lè ṣe. Mo ṣe ní 2015 o màá contest. Fún governor ẹ jẹ́ àgbàgbé senator ò ṣe é ṣe mọ́. Mo contest ní 2015 mo lulẹ̀ náà again ni mo kó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni SDP mo kó báàgì mi náà ni mo tún padà sílé pé okay ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dàbí ní I think it must have been 2007 èmi àti Ọmọlèrè mo bá mu dání pé wá lọ jẹ chairmanu party ní North East Ìbàdàn North East local government àbádébẹ̀ à ń dúró de àwọn tí wọ́n wá conduct kí ni àárín wọn ni wọ́n ti wà lọ́dọ̀ bàbá nímọ̀ létí bàbá Adédìbò àṣà àdúró pé wọ́n fẹ́ dé ìgbà tí wọ́n dé wọ́n máa ní pé ẹ jẹ́ ká àwọn tí àti ìdìbò ń gbà yẹn wọ́n kàn mú pépà àwọn yòókè look àwọn tí consult pẹ̀lú bàbá àwọn tí wọ́n wọlé ní wọ́n ní wọ́ọ̀dì level tí mo ti wá pé alága abẹ ó ní Alhaji Sondoko wọ́n ní chairman local government ti wá ó ní Alhaji Waranko wọ́n tún wá ní pé ẹni tí a lọ represent local government wa ní state Alhaji Babalola Robasco mo bá pe ọmọ lèrè pé look àwọn Brazilian àwọn. Ojú ti tèmi náà ti rí nínú òṣèlú yìí but all of that mi ò wà desperate n tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ we face the reality opportunity láti serve àwọn èèyàn là ń fẹ́ so tí opportunity yẹn bá present rẹ̀ so be it but kò ń ṣe pé anything tó bá yẹ ká ṣe àní ṣe we do everything we put in everything but we leave the decision sọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pé anything tọ́lọ́run bá ṣe I accept it.
What Demola is asking, what is Baba's the same Baba who led your coalition?
Your relationship with
what
him.
is your disposition to your Saturday election? Until Demola ń bèrè ni.
Because perception is
Brazilian
perception.
Kí select team yẹn tí wọ́n bá yín gba ibi náà orúkọ tí ẹ máa gbọ́ Pintio. Well, you see, politics is a game of interest. Èmi believe pé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìjọba àti gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ nítorí yẹ kí n ṣe fún bàbá mo ṣe fún wọn. But the choice lórí pé kí ni wọ́n feel pé Ọ̀yọ́ state deserve at this point is a decision left for him, and I so much respect. But unfortunately, the pundits, the godfathers, are not the ones to determine this election. They are the people of Oyo State, and we have the people of Oyo State firmly in our corner, and we also have God the Father with us.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Your Excellency, I must commend your bullish approach to infrastructure revolution in Oyo State, particularly what you did at the airport. I stopped flying at that airport 2018 because of an incident, but now maybe that can resume. When this thing went on here that you'll be here, I got messages from the people of Oleyo, Ayegun area. They're saying that they want to feel government, the presence of government in their domain, that their roads are very bad. And even people from the people of Ababeji, they even said they stopped you where you were going to Oluyole to see that they needed a motorable bridge at that area where you have a black horse, opposite black horse. And they are saying, no. My house is on Ring Road. Interesting. Yes, and lastly, sir, I've seen that you have the people with you, as you have said, because we have our ears to the ground, and we know that you are very passionately connected with the people of your state going into this election on Saturday. The problem we see is, or the challenge, is that it appears you have not been able to manage the political class. As a governor, you have 3 constituencies to satisfy. The common people, which is the largest constituency, you have done well in that area. The constituency of the civil servant and pensioners, you have also done very well in that sector. But the consensus of the political class it is an insatiable class, a class of people with insatiable appetite. But a governor must be able to do his bit to manage that class so that the class does not contaminate the remaining constituency. How well do you think you'll be able to do this if you get re-elected as governor?
Yeah, Chief, I spoke about that this morning. That you had a meeting on the 18th, and this issue was brought up, and you promised second term you'll do well to manage
The political class.
But political class, they are like, where was it, Taylor?
They are up in arms against you.
Okay.
That is the reality out there.
You, Demola, you want to say about second term. First, àwọn èèyàn mi ní ayégun ọ̀lẹ́yọ̀, you know, wọ́n ní tí nǹkan dáadáa tó bá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹ̀ǹtẹ̀ èèyàn mọ̀, ojúlùmọ̀ èèyàn, ọ̀rẹ́ èèyàn náà wà hopeful pé kìíní yẹn á dọ́dọ̀ àwọn àti lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́bẹ̀ àti àwọ́ọ̀dù kìíní tó lọ sí Asunlẹ̀ Arápájà road. We pay 30%. Work is ongoing. Nibe. I stopped ni side Oleyo and I said, look, under our meeting to our package, I prioritize it. Sherry resources were limited. Bí mo ṣe ń sọ, máa repeated lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. The previous administration, tó bá ti ṣe some of these things, stay and ṣe tí wọ́n ti ṣe solidly fún wa. A need àti deploy resources síbẹ̀ yẹn. Àwọn nǹkan míì ni a máa deploy resources sí. And ìjọba yìí ti lò this 4 years láti lay that foundation, and our resources are deployed sí new areas, àwọn ibi tá a ti touch. So they should be hopeful. Lágbára Ọlọ́run kí wọ́n jáde níjọ́ Saturday, kí wọ́n exercise the civic responsibility one, kí wọ́n tẹ PDP fún àwa méjèèjì, and then èmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí governor, myself and Barrister Bayo Lawal àti state honourable wa káàkiri Ọ̀yọ́ state. Now regarding
political class, even in your own party as well.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ṣe rí. Ẹ̀wọ̀n pé mi ò ṣe nǹkan kan rí, mi ò ṣe sẹ́nítọ̀ rí, mo fẹ́ ṣe sẹ́nítọ̀, wọn ò jẹ́ ń ṣe. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, mi ò ṣe House of Reps rí, mi ò ṣe councillor gan rí. But I came from an industry tó jẹ́ pé ó wà highly dependent on stakeholders alignment. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, because it's just like téèyàn bá wà ní military ni. Whether you die or live may depend on the next guy with you. Bí oil and gas industry ṣe rí nìyẹn. It is very risky. I remember once ní I believe late maybe 97, 96, 97, 90, 95, 96. Easter weekend, Good Friday, wọ́n pè wá fún an emergency job, and that platform mobile lóní Epe West is almost like the last platform in Nigeria's waters ní boundary wa pẹ̀lú Cameroon. You will fly about 30 minutes on the helicopter láti dórí from QIT, that's the Kwa Ibom terminal. You fly 30 minutes, which is almost like Lagos to Ibadan, into the Atlantic. And then I got, with my crew, I got on that platform. Wọ́n ní kò sí accommodation fún wa lórí platform yẹn. But there's a walk boat nearby. So I'm láti lọ sí boat landing wọn. And meanwhile, sometimes we are lọ sórí platform yẹn. A máa ń fi red snapper, a fi fish barracuda, and you see colony of sharks. So we got into the boat landing. We got into what they call the Zodiac, which is an inflatable raft. Inú tẹ́ bá jókòó sí etí kíní tẹ́ bá fi ọwọ́ yín síta báyìí, you'll be touching the Atlantic Ocean. And they had to take us, to the workboat. Ìgbà tí mo débẹ̀, mo há wò pé, what would my mother say? Tí first taba drown or tí shark ti wá gé inflatable raft yẹn. Ṣé torí owó náà ni àbí kíni? Now, that is the oil and gas industry. My crew, wọ́n ò lè sọ fún mi pé risk yìí ti pọ̀ jù, because the assumption ni pé as stakeholders wọ́n ti align sí nǹkan tá a fẹ́ achieve by calling us out. So that is the industry tí mo ti wá. So when I came in, I focused on what are those things that I achieve. And mo assume pé àwọn stakeholders our align. Ìgbé ṣe bí a fẹ́ ṣe ọ̀nà láti.
Wọ́n láwọn stakeholders kan ẹ̀kẹ́ wọn yọ àwọn stakeholders wọn rí nǹkan kan. Everybody align. But pé kí everybody kí ẹ̀kọ́ everybody jọ máa yọ.
Align.
Àbí bẹ́lẹ̀ àbí débọ̀lẹ̀ àbí sọ fún wa nìyẹn.
Ṣé bí ẹnìkan mú picture mi jáde pé ní 2019 mo ti rí nígbà yẹn.
Àwọn náà rí.
Okay, so ṣé kí ni mò ń rí jẹ́nsìn tó jẹ́ pé mi ò lè afford nígbà yẹn? The difference ni pé mi ò ráyè exercise mọ́. Tẹ́lẹ̀, almost 3 or 4 times in a week, I'm out jogging. Every quarter or every 6 months, I'm running a marathon or a half marathon, and things like that. But with the assignments tí mo ní, one èèyàn ní opportunity yẹn láti ṣe gbogbo àwọn èrò ilé, and then also mo lè ti lọ ṣe inspection wá ṣe kíní kan. Then at midnight téèyàn bá tiẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹun gan, àwọn kan lè send owó sí yẹn pé okay ẹ̀jẹ̀ jẹ owó yìí kí wọ́n bóyá mo lè mú glass of wine kan sí, kí lè rò pé a máa ṣe kéèyàn máa yọ náà ni. Ìgbà tẹ́ ẹ̀ rí ibi tí ẹ ti lọ burn fat yẹn. But seriously, I've learned these 3+ years that the stakeholders, ẹlòmíì lè ṣe títì gbáwájú ilé ẹ̀ n tó fẹ́ kọ́ nìyẹn. In fact, kí títì yẹn máa da ṣùgbọ́n kí nǹkan wà nínú pocket ẹ̀ ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. So I'm láti balance ẹ̀ ni, I'm láti balance ẹ̀. And I think I will do it a lot better.
Gómìnà Fáyọ̀ṣe sọ ń bì èyí pé I don't know whether he has spoken to you.
He did.
Kó wà nílé kan jí wípé ẹnìkan máa ń bèrè ẹ̀ta kówó ta kórí kọ́ńgọ́ yìí gómìnà nínú èmi gómìnà wá kí mi fún gbogbo ọdún
ọmọ agbáránkẹ́ ládùúgbò kíákíá.
No, ṣùgbọ́n ẹ máa wà lára tó pọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n mi ò regret pé a sọ fún àwọn aráàlú pé a serve wọn pé a sì wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, and we did it. So some of the lessons learned.
So there will be stomach infrastructure under Omitutu 2.0.
Stomach infrastructure wà níbí náà. Ẹ máa gbọ́ ṣe rí the concept.
Yes, sir.
For us, ẹ wo ìgbà COVID. I was at the National Economic Council meeting when they came and said, look, there's a lockdown everywhere. And I said, Mr. Chairman, mi ò lè lockdown Ọ̀yọ́ state o, because mo mọ àwọn tó jẹ́ pé ntí wọ́n ntá di time bóyá wọ́n á jẹun lọ́la ó ní nǹkan tí wọ́n bá tà lé ní àbí tí wọ́n bá rí so ibo la ti fẹ́ rí oúnjẹ fún wọn ṣe get some lè ní pé ok a ṣe palliatives a ṣe kinní kan tí wọ́n máa rò ní pé ok àwa ni àkókò package palliatives yìí n tó bá bọ́ sí wa níbẹ̀ ó ti bọ́ sí wa lápò náà nìyẹn but I said no the government here exists for the wider majority of the people and the wider majority of Oyo State people, we looked after them. We served them diligently and purposefully.
Let's go straight away to BC Oladele as we'll allow members of the public to win. This broadcast is all over the state. Ẹ̀yin Òkè Ògùn, ẹ̀yin sọ àwọn nọ́mbà tẹ́ fi pè wá, ẹ̀yin ará Ìbàràpá tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wá, ẹ̀yin Ìbàdàn, Ọ̀yọ́, Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. BC Oladele.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, sir, you are not known as a sweet talker, but I'm sure the people listening to you tonight will find it difficult not to want to go along with you for Omitutu 2.0. And rightly so, because all you did was just to reel out all you have been able to achieve in the last 4 years. Commendable. The last project, the airport project, so impressive. I wrote on it how it will really, really help the economy of your state. And,
well, I lied towards the end.
The more details.
The nation, I see, you know. So project is not a project.
Excellency, sir, this is not political. We are just asking and answering questions here.
You wrote on it, yes, because I think she did
Excellency, you miss out. That one pass me. So, however, sir, in Omitutu 2.0, what is in for grassroots development? Because one allegation against your government this time is that the local government is almost like in paralysis. Feeder roads and other duties of the local government, some of them, they are not. So, what is in Omitutu 2.0 for grassroots development, and what is in Omitutu 2.0 for the health sector? I remember you made some good promises for the health sector 4 years ago. You've done a bit. What is in 2.0 for the health sector? Because, for example, you promised you were going to turn Adi or your ring route to something like UCH within your first term. That has not really happened. So, what is in Omitutu 2.0 for health and grassroots development?
Okay, thank you, Pastor. Let me say this. You know, sometimes saying Obama bito timbo, only really appreciate ibito de and ibito law. For grassroots development, which is the local government administration, until when you expect only pay Konisi supervision, they will just go and do whatever. So, we want to manage tele. Ti grassroots, ti local government. Don't buy share. I want to keep one share tele. How come? Lo ṣe jẹ́ pé ṣé this internal road stand so within these 3.5 years, lo ti wá bàjẹ́ tó ṣe pé àríro ẹ̀rí. And èló ni ó ń wọlé sí local government. How come ló ṣe jẹ́ pé when we came in, even under Omitutu 1.0, about 7 local governments ni wọ́n ń jẹ salary as of the time tá wọlé tí wọ́n ò lè san salary. We cleared all of that. And projects tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́ at the local government level, at least right now, is over 15-18 billion naira. Teba lọ sínú secretariat lẹ́ni. Unfortunately, I commission project before this election. But local government service commission is the newest building nínú secretariat. chairman wọn náà ló jókòó yẹn Dr. Remi Ayọ̀délé kò sí ìjọba ní ìgbà tí because I walked around ìpè tí ẹ fi new building hàn mí new building jẹ́ pé within 20 years only wọ́n kọ́ mi ò rí anyone nínú secretariat yẹn. This is the only administration tó ti ṣe ẹ lọ síbẹ̀ kẹ́ tọ́ ẹ kẹ́ wò mo wà proud of iṣẹ́ tá a ṣe because one of the push ni pé Oyo State people must have value for their money. So gbogbo yẹn tí wọ́n sọ pé local government ọ̀nà tó ń bọ̀ láti Ìjìó tó ń lọ sí Ìwéré local government ló ń ṣe. Few of these roads ọ̀nà tó ń lọ láti Ọmí Àdìó sí Ìdó local government ló ń ṣe. And àwọn tó ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ local government tó construct ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ because mo rántí wọ́n invite the chairman yẹn níjọ́ tí a lọ flag ẹ̀ off local government ló ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ so we put them in there. Iye tó ń wọlé sí local government láti ìgbà tíjọba yìí ti dé maybe averagely about 7 billion. But salary local government about 5.3, 5.7. And something was so wà nínú traffic yẹn. Mo ń listen sí àwọn tí Senator Fọlárin kó jọ tí wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n béèrè question. Àwé kan wá ní pé òun represent àwọn lọ́balọ́ba pé Jóyè lòun mi ò rántí orúkọ ẹ̀ bóyá Jóyè ní lóòótọ́. Ó ní pé iye tó yẹ kí wọ́n máa san fáwọn owó àwọn tó ń wá láti Àbújá pé 2% ni. Tó bá jẹ́ mo ráyè àti calling èmi náà ò bá calling sí kí ni wọ́n pé okay explain fún wa pé tó bá jẹ́ olóyè gidi ni ó jẹ́ o ǹjẹ́ ìgbà tíjọba yìí dé ṣáà reduce owó tá a bá ń bẹ̀ ni tá a bá reduce ẹ̀ nítorí ní pé ìjọba ibi tá a ti bá 2% náà wọ́n san fún yín tá a ṣe but few weeks back a ṣe calculation yẹn a rí pé a lè accommodate more and I promise àwọn orí adé ọ̀run lẹ̀kẹ́ pé màá dọ́bù iye tí à ń ṣe àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní san láti oṣù tó lọ́nsìn wọ́n ti gba the first one and they will continue that way so tí ó bá kù 1 billion nílẹ̀ in fact ẹ bá pín sí 33 local government bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n á kàn kó jẹ ni we now said pé look owó yín ni kò sẹ́ni kankan tó máa ń but ẹ save ẹ rẹ̀ jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé tẹ bá fẹ́ ṣe project tó ní mini go ahead it's your money àádẹ́ ensure pé owó yẹn ṣe rí tó bá jẹ́ ní táwọn local government máa ń ṣe ní pé 5 million 10 million kan máa ní àwọn ṣe covert kan tí ò ṣe kínní kan kó máa ṣe pé ok ẹ fáwọn ní ẹ lọ ṣe 5 kilometre road ẹni tó ń lọ káàkiri tó ní pé àwọn ṣe kínní ṣe bí 5 kilometre roads local government tí wọ́n ṣe ń ló gbé gbogbo wọn dé EFCC bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ ṣe 5 kilometre roads the same amount òní ní Olúyọ̀lé the same amount òní ní Ṣakí West the same amount I mean come on we can never go back to such an era ní Ọ̀yọ́ State we will let the people spend their money but I supervise them to ensure value for money. Now okay. I think there's
okay.
Health.
One other question on health. Adeoyo Hospital Mbi, the state hospital. First, primary health care is the closest to the people. A category 3 primary health care facility are desirable ní all the wards near your state. Tí a bá ṣe, the pressure tó wà lórí secondary àti tertiary facilities are reduced considerably. And we said, okay, let us go ahead and ensure pé ní every ward near your state 351 wards ẹ jẹ́ kí functional category 3 primary health care center kó wà ńbẹ̀. Gbogbo everywhere tẹ́ bá lọ, you see all those buildings, some are painted ní brown àti color of your state. They are primary healthcare facilities. Out of 351, at least over 250, ó jẹ́ pé physically àti ṣe, and staffing and equipping, work in progress. Nta meet about 600 and something primary healthcare facility tó jẹ́ pé tẹ́ bá débẹ̀. In fact, lọ sí ibì kan ní Ìdèrè. Màmá tí ó fẹ́ gbẹ̀bí ní time yẹn, ó kàn róṣọ máyà ni oní nọ́ọ̀sì tó wà níbẹ̀. Wọ́n gbé bucket sí inú bẹ̀ because òjò ń rọ̀ everywhere flooded. But we utilize COVID to upgrade some of these things, and they are still there and they are working. Now, ní Adeoyo State Hospital, out of 4 theatre tó wà níbẹ̀, I upgrade 1 completely. Benny. The other 3 were going to. French people were there, and look, we will support you, we will assist you. And they give us almost like a grant, 58 million euros. In a bucket here, 120 million euros, low one for the entire continent of Africa. What they from your state, not Nigeria, the only state in Nigeria. What they from your state, out of that 120 million bucket, one for only 58 million euros. So, because when you trust in our administration, we were open and they keyed into our healthcare delivery program. So, I would select our hospitals per zone, 1 per zone. I think Oyo one bay, Igbeti one bay, Isenyi one bay, Ogbomoso one bay. Plus, this Adeoyo State Hospital. The design is ongoing, and this money is available for us from the French Treasury. So under our meeting to our package, low 1 year. See, all of this project are reality. And I'll be happy to take you on a visit. Am I pay internet ò ń gbàgbé nǹkan, studio náà ò ń gbàgbé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Because ó dùn mí pé mayor kò tí ì play ẹnìkan tó wá síbí nígbà COVID pé ẹ lọ sọ fún Ṣèyí kó jẹ́ lọ ti Ọ̀yọ́ State. Pé kó lọ ti Ọ̀yọ́ State tó fẹ́ pa gbogbo àwọn.
Senator Volani said that. Yeah. Quick ones, because I'm looking at the time and your schedule. I just want you to respond to these 2. Then the people at home will quickly talk to you.
So, election management.
Yes,
election management.
Yes, I know. But let me also tell you this. Those Your Excellency, those who will vote for you, their mind is made. But there are those who are out there listening to us. They are undecided. And that group of undecided voters, I want you to address them. There are 2 issues that some people who love everything about you, love what you have done, but they have reservation. And those 2 issues, me sitting down here for the past 3.5 years under this election cycle, I hear it. What do you tell those who believe the reason why they may not vote for you on Saturday is because, 1, they believe under you've emasculated local government. That local government has not been functioning during your tenure. What do you have to say to them?
Is
well, that's fine. Then 2, I just want
perception,
to.
But
just so explain to them. Then number 2, what do you have already addressed that one at the town hall, but you have this platform. The whole state is listening. There are those who believe PMS, everybody is copying it. It's working. Lagos is copying, but they believe there are excesses of the chairman auxiliary and the way he has managed the role you have assigned to him, and they are of the opinion a reform has to come in. What speak to those who have those reservations? Maybe that's the reason why they are not going to vote for you. Lay their fears today as far as those 2 areas.
First, local government being emasculated is not the reality. Even at a stakeholders meeting, I called the local government chairman, I called them out. And I said, look, ṣé ẹgbẹ́lẹ́ abẹ́gbà ẹgbà ṣé ẹ̀yin lẹ́ ń control lé ẹ̀yin ni abẹ́yìn kọ́ ẹ̀yin lẹ́ ń control. Okay, ṣé ẹ sọ pé àtúnyín sílẹ̀ ni báwo ni ó tún ṣe ká tún yín sílẹ̀ àwọn tó wà ní stakeholders yẹn wọ́n fẹ́ lè sọ pé look àwọn people ṣe bí wọ́n bọ̀ wá bá wa ní local government wa ẹ̀ rí nǹkan tí a ṣe fún wọn so ìbílẹ̀ wa sọ pé okay ẹ má jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ ẹ rí pé àwọn náà wọn ò ọ́tà pé àtú àwọn sílẹ̀ wọn ò ọ́tà ẹ̀ mọ́ because the mentality ní pé àwọn tó ti wà ń bẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ báyìí ni wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe mo ní the same problem pẹ̀lú àwọn the top echelon civil servants because wọ́n lè feel pé gbogbo nǹkan tí mùdùnmùdùn tí àwọn tó bá ti jẹ PS tó ti ṣe kìíní ọmọ tẹ́ fi ṣe gómìnà ìyá ẹ̀ ò jẹ PS rí so ó lè má mọ àwọn nǹkan tẹ́ bá kó tí àwọn PS lè kó lọlé òun náà sì ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé òun náà sì ní kò jẹ́ nǹkan kan rí kò jẹ́ kánsílọ̀ rí kò jẹ́ gómìnà yìí nìkan náà ní tó rí jẹ rí but you know over these past 3+ years understanding ti ń wà láàrin wa wọ́n mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n mọ kí ni mo stand fún báwo ni and where they have genuine issues because I'm saying it àgbọ̀n tán àmọ́ tán we also were humans a ṣe mistake títí wa náà but tẹ́ ẹ bá point out sí wa tẹ́ ẹ dẹ̀ ní valid argument we're not too proud láti sọ pé look a reverse ara wa a case in point ní ibì kan wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi pé mo lọ kọ orúkọ mi sí mosque adọ́gba pé mi ò kọ orúkọ èmi kọ contractor ló kọ sí ìgbà tí wọ́n point out fún mi I called him why tó ṣe no go and remove it so anywhere tí ó bá jẹ́ pé a need àti ṣe àtúnṣe we're open kí àwọn èèyàn bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ sọ pé look ibi báyìí bá a ṣe rí ni àwa lè rí some other ways so I believe that alignment àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní create bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Will you reform PMS?
PMS I think ṣẹ́rí gbogbo broha about this PMS it was because ẹnìkan tó sọ pé òun contest fún governor ọ̀rọ̀ PMS ló gbé lórí I was listening lẹ́ni náà he said pé PMS pé Ritian àti NURTW òun á dá wọn padà ní tí òun bá ti dé I mean what a simplistic approach to very complex governance issues. These are people tó jẹ́ pé they are complex people. Ṣé jàgídíjàgan láàrin àwọn NURTW ṣé ni ló ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni? Ní 2007 mo gbé borehole sí ọ̀dọ̀ wọn ní Olómi I was there ìjọ tí mo débẹ̀ mo fẹ́ hand over borehole àti motorcycle bíi 4 àbí 5 ni mo rà fún wọn níjọ́ yẹn mo bá ẹni tó jẹ́ chairman wọn eléwé ọmọ ìgbà tí mo ń bọ̀ mo ń rí àwọn kan bíi sniper lórí kí mo ní kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ó ní pé àwọn ṣe gba gáràjì ni so oníkálukú di rẹ̀ ní kíní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni so kò ń ṣe tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lénìí but èmi dúpẹ́ pé pẹ̀lú policies àti programs tí à ń ṣe fún wọn sanity wà mo dẹ̀ ti sọ fún àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n wà ní the other side let them come in join up pẹ̀lú I'm ready to broker that meeting àjọjì ọdún tẹ́nìkan ò bá ní ni ẹ jẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin náà ẹ wá this is our state common resources wa ni ẹ̀yin náà ẹ rí nǹkan kan tí ẹ máa jẹ níbẹ̀ but let me say this tí ẹnìkan bá sọ pé torí pé òun fẹ́ ṣe governor ó pollute the environment tó tún fẹ́ ṣe governor nínú ẹ̀ I think you must have a rethink, because players will come and go, but our state, Benny,
with all their 3 stations, so close to almost 12 stations are broadcasting live as we talk. We will take those few calls before we call it quit. Let's see. Hello. Hello,
sir.
Ẹ káalẹ́ o.
Orúkọ mi ni Grace Adébáyọ̀ láti ẹ̀yìn olódó. Àti gómìnà wa wọn kú iṣẹ́ o, Ọlọ́run ó mọ tẹ̀síwájú o.
Àmín.
Wọ́n ṣe tàkọ́kọ́, wọ́n dákun, wọ́n bá wa ṣe tẹ̀kejì náà dáadáa, mọ̀ páwọn náà wọ́n lọ́dún tí èkejì ti ń bọ̀ náà, àwọn náà wọ́n ó ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run. Àwa ń bẹ̀ wọ́n ní lẹ́yìn olódó, wọ́n ṣàánú wa. Ojú ọ̀nà wọ ọ̀dà. Kí wọ́n dákun lẹ́yìn báńkì olódó, ojú ọ̀nà wọ ọ̀dà rárá.
Àti gbọ́ àwọn èèyàn náà fi àtẹ.
ẹ ṣeun, ẹ mọ̀ pé mo ti ṣàlàyé bá a ṣe ń lọ pé tígi bá rè lu igi àkọ́kọ́ gbé torí ẹ̀, and because gbogbo àwọn projects tá a ti ṣe yìí a ní lọ síbẹ̀, even ìjọba 2 mẹ́ta lẹ́yìn títí wa wọn ò ní lọ síbẹ̀, so our resources wọ́n lè deploy sáwọn areas tí a ti touch. And
àwọn tó ń ti àtẹ̀ránṣẹ́ wọ́n ní ọ̀nà Soka àti Lagilu Estate pé kẹ́ bá wọn bójútó ọ̀nà Ìdíṣin Nayot ilé tuntun, wọ́n ní ọ̀nà yẹn náà òun náà dáa kí gómìnà bá wọn Arab 2.0 ọ̀nà ẹlẹ́ẹ̀lẹ́ ológun ẹrú níbi tí mọ́tò ti máa ń já níbi orí bíríìjì, wọ́n ní kí gómìnà kó wà nínú 2.0 náà kẹ́ bá wọn wò sí. Hello.
Yes. Orúkọ mi ni Túndé
rédíò
Ayọ̀bámi.
Ok, à ń gbọ́ yín.
Láti Owódé Akẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ohun mo kí gómìnà wa dáadáa. Omi 2.0 ó ti ṣe é ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run. Etí mo fẹ́ kàn ṣe ní tọ́ba ti kọ́kọ́ débẹ̀. Ọlọ́run fún wọn ṣe ni pé primary school teachers, àwọn teacher ti fi róńbẹ́ àwọn èèyàn ń rìtáyà. Wọ́n gba àwọn èèyàn kán bá wa gba àwọn teachers primary school wa. Ọlọ́run ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́. Bọ́n ṣe fún àwọn secondary school tán pẹ́pẹ́ problem àwọn teachers ó wà elevated díẹ̀, so kàn bá look into primary school náà. Kán dẹ̀ wá jọ tí wọ́n bá lè bá wa introduce volunteer corps in teaching and in other sectors náà, tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ọmọ wa tí ó máa ṣẹ́kù tí wọ́n bá tí ì ríṣẹ́ wọ́n lè volunteer láti máa serve, tí wọ́n máa fún wọn ní at least stipend bíi 25,000-30,000 naira lóṣooṣù, tí wọ́n á dẹ̀ máa ṣiṣẹ́ tó jọjú fún wa. Ọlọ́run ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́. God bless you, sir.
Ẹ ṣe wọ́n ní ọ̀nà tó lọ sí Ọ̀jọ́ àti Arúlógún tó fi dé oríta 4 ìpè kí gómìnà ẹ jẹ́ kó yẹn náà wọ 2.0. Hello.
Ẹ kálẹ́.
Ẹ kálẹ́ o.
Ẹ kú ètò.
Orúkọ yín bọ́lẹ̀ tí ń pè.
Àti gómìnà wa ọmọ ọlọ́dún 8.
ẹ ṣeun o.
Láti ológun ẹrú o, yóò ṣe ṣe.
Ẹ ṣeun.
Ọlọ́run.
Ẹ ṣeun, mo dúpẹ́.
Gbogbo èròǹgbà wa Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kó ṣe é ṣe.
Àmín.
Orúkọ mi ni ìsàlímọ́tò láti ológun ẹrú. Ọ̀nà tó lọ sọ́nà ọ̀nà wa lọ́nà ẹlẹ́ẹ̀lẹ́ ń bíbá. Save and serve orí bíìgì ni. Abẹ gómìnà wa kànjọ kán bá wa ṣe o.
Àwa náà ti sọ ní ìsìn. Àti sọ ní ìsìn.
Níjọ́ Sátidé pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run lálẹ́ orin ọpẹ́ làákọ.
Àmín.
Ọmọ ọlọ́dún 8.
Ẹ ṣeun. Wọn ò fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ sáwọn ni wọn ò ṣe sí
32 níbi kan.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọn ò ṣe.
Àwọn ò gbọ́ nǹkan kan o, àwọn ò rí nǹkan kan o. Hello, ẹ ti wà lójú òpó.
Ẹ kálẹ́.
Ẹ kálẹ́ o. Ẹ̀yin ará Ṣakí 32 1059.
Ṣakí ká wà o. Olúyọ̀lé.
Èmi ń sọ fáwọn ará Ṣakí tán gbọ́ àwọn ará Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́. Nọ́mbà tẹ́ ẹ lò 32 080 1059. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀.
Ok, àpètò ìjọba wa. Ọlọ́run ó gbé yín débẹ̀ padà lágbára ògo Ọlọ́run. Ẹ̀yin lẹ ní kò sẹ́ni tó ní bá yín jà sí. Àmọ́ ní Olúyọ̀lé local government primary school kan náà wà níbẹ̀. Ṣé gbogbo àwọn tíṣà tẹ́ ń gbé wá bẹ̀ wọn èdúró? Wọn ò ní dúró rárá, táwọn yẹn ti kọ́ àwọn ọmọ wọn lọ sí nọ́ọ̀sì. Primary school yẹn kò sì yẹ kó parọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
ẹjọ́ fi ọlọ́run gómìnà wa omi tuntun ẹ̀yin lẹ́lẹ́lẹ́ yìí ẹ̀ gbà kan yìí ẹjọ́ fi ọlọ́run ẹ̀ràn wá lórí ẹ̀ local government primary school ni wọ́n ń pè ní HLA primary school Balógun ẹjọ́ fi ọlọ́run wá lórí
HLA primary school at least Dr. Aloore ní Adéníran mo wà sure pé àwọn náà ń listen sí kínní and ẹ jẹ́ n promise yín pé immediately after ìjọ Saturday màá ensure pé wọ́n lọ inspect ibẹ̀ commissioner for education náà wà ní ìjókòó níbí wọ́n á lọ wò and then they will report back to us.
ẹ kálẹ́ o.
ẹ kálẹ́. àjà Esther ló ń sọ̀rọ̀.
láti bo.
láti Ìwó road Ànàgbàlá.
ok o.
lágbára Ọlọ́run Ṣèyí wọ́n wọlé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí a fẹ́ kán tún ọ̀nà olódó ṣe kán jọ Ọlọ́run wọn lọ́wọ́ ṣáìdì ọ̀nà ọ̀dọ̀ ó dàbọ̀.
ọ̀dà ẹ ṣeun à ń nòtẹ̀.
àgbà bíi tèmi yìí ẹ ló ẹ kálẹ́ o ẹ yí àwọn nǹkan rédíò yín kẹ yí volume ẹ yí lẹ̀ ẹ kálẹ́. ẹ kálẹ́. ẹ kálẹ́.
Adékúnlé Kọ́lọ́run sọ láti àdúgbò báyìí. Láti àdúgbò bá.
à ń gbọ́ yín o.
A kí wọn lágbára wọn ní àṣeyọrí ayọ̀. Àkọ́kọ́ mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ọ̀nà tó gba abẹ́ ìbáre wọ ilé ìgbà kan wá ṣe dedication GRA tó ṣe ń gbà yẹn wọ́n gbé wọn gba abẹ́ yẹn láti lè mọ bí abẹ́ yẹn ṣe rí rádaràda sí tó abẹ́ ìjọba yìí wọ́n láti yọrí ayọ̀ bá a mójútó abẹ́ bíríìjì tó lọ sọ́nà Èkó ibẹ̀ yẹn ò dáa rárá àtọ̀ àwọn ilẹ̀ kan wà ní inúbàárè náà tó jẹ́ pé a mọ̀ pé under acquisition ni ṣùgbọ́n àwọn onílẹ̀ wọ́n ti tà fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn ṣùgbọ́n àdéhùn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ojútùú láti rí ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ bọ́ Aloore rẹ̀ láti rí ní gangan so kán jọ wọ́n fojú àánú wo ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tó pọ̀ sí ṣáìdì ibẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló yá owó láti kọ́ ojúlé méjì ojúlé mbẹ̀ so ó jẹ́ tá à ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ tí a sì mọ̀ pé lágbára Ọlọ́run ìpinnu tó kù fún yín ní dáadáa tẹ́ ní fún Ọ̀yọ́ state yóò rọrùn fún yín so kò jẹ́ tá a sọ Ọlọ́run ràn yín lọ́wọ́.
àmín ẹ ṣeun.
ẹ ṣeun our time is already well spent and I must really thank His Excellency for coming. On the lighter note aboríṣi là ń gbọ́ngbòrò wọ́n ní ìbò tá a dìjọ sátidé wọ́n ní inú aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu wọ́n ló yọ sí nínú ṣé n tá à ń gbọ́ ni o.
kí inú Ọlọ́run àti inú àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ kí wọ́n yọ sí mi ó ní what is most important.
torí chief nìkan Akíntọ́lá àwọn wà bí àjọsọ̀rọ̀ bí ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì sẹ́yìn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni no is gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ tí wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ wọn ò ní problem pẹ̀lú ìṣèjọba wa and let me also use this opportunity láti dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ even for our leaders and elders wa ní state yìí mi ò rò pé ẹni ìjọba wà tí wọ́n fún nírú àtìlẹ́yìn tí wọ́n fún wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ni because tẹ́ bá sọ pé achieve ilé achieve titan it was because wọ́n fún wa ní àyè for me rare privilege ni tó jẹ́ pé till I go to my grave I will remain grateful to the people of Oyo State pé wọ́n fún mi ní opportunity because this administration ọdún mélòó ní 1954 sí 59 ni bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ ti ṣèjọba ẹ wo date yẹn sí èní going to almost 60 70 years ó ń lọ sí century kan orúkọ wọn sì wà ńlẹ̀ tí wọ́n ń sọ wọ́n máa benchmark pẹ̀lú opportunity tí wọ́n fún mi ní Ọ̀yọ́ state I believe wípé by the time we're done with Ọ̀yọ́ state irú nǹkan tá a ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwa náà nìyẹn.
bí ẹ ṣe máa ń ṣe ní ìgbà tí a bá ń jọ ń polongo àkótẹ́lẹ̀ yín káàkiri lọ sí gbogbo ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ẹ ní ìṣẹ́jú méjì láti bá àwọn ọmọ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ìjọ sátidé wọn ó jáde mo rántí pé ẹ máa ń sọ pé kí wọ́n má gbàgbé àdéhùn kí wọ́n má gbàgbé àjọsọ ohun tí wọ́n ó ṣe ní ìjọ sátidé.
ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ mo fẹ́ fi àsìkò yìí sọ fún yín pé àwọn kan sọ pé ìbò tó ń bọ̀ kò ní lọ nírọ̀wọ́ kò ní lọ nírọ̀sẹ̀ àwọn mú tọ́ọ̀gì wá àwọn ṣe ó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé previous administration irú àsìkò yìí ǹtẹ́ máa gbọ́ ni pé wọ́n ti ń tan print ní government house o wọ́n ti ń ṣe ẹgbọ́rú ẹ̀ ń sìn because administration here has been very transparent and also ìgbà táwa wà ní opposition wọ́n máa sọ pé ẹ múra fún security o torí pé àwọn tó wà níjọba àwọn ni wọ́n máa ń lo security against the opposition àwọn la tó wà níjọba sọ pé ẹ múra sí security o ṣé àwọn opposition ló fẹ́ lo security against the àwọn tá a wà níjọba ni. So mo ti ṣèpàdé pẹ̀lú àwọn heads security agencies wa wọ́n ti gbáradì the security will be very very tight. Mo lo àsìkò yìí láti bẹ̀ àwọn tí bóyá wọ́n fẹ́ lò wọ́n tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe kíní pé please don't try it because the outcome will not be palatable at all fún anybody tí kò bá fẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ kí wọ́n exercise the franchise wọn. That individual will be treated as an enemy of the state and they will be dealt with accordingly. So mo bẹ̀ yín ni ẹ jáde in your numbers ẹ dìbò yín fún PDP governor ni o honourable ni o torí pé governor tí ò bá ní honourable a fẹ́ gbé budget lọ ẹ fẹ́ kàn ṣe ọ̀nà àdúgbò yín tí ò bá sí nínú budget tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn house tó jẹ́ pé àwọn honourable wọn ò ní wà on the same page pẹ̀lú governor ọ̀nà yìí ò ní ṣeé ṣe o ṣùgbọ́n tẹ bá dìbò fún governor tẹ fún ní house níta bá gbé lọ síbẹ̀ wọ́n á ṣiṣẹ́ wọn ṣùgbọ́n alignment á wà so ẹ dìbò yín fún PDP ballot méjì tí wọ́n bá já fún yín ẹ̀yẹn ṣáà tẹ umbrella ẹ tẹ umbrella méjì ṣùgbọ́n ẹ má lọlé o ẹ dúró 100 meter radius ni ẹ dúró síbẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n ka ìbò yẹn kí wọ́n announce ẹ̀ wọ́n á tún paste ẹ̀ sí ara wall níbẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá wá ṣe yẹn ìyẹn wá máa fi kọrin lọlé because nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni wọ́n lè máa gbọ́ PDP bí 500 APC bóyá 2
landslide
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
gómìnà ti di Yakubu
accord 1 tó bá wá dijọ́ Sunday tẹ́ bá ti lọ sí church orin tí mo máa ń kọ yẹn pé ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ wa ò gbẹ́jọ́ wẹ́wẹ́ ká ṣá máa dúpẹ́ ló tọ́ orin tí kẹ́ ẹ máa bá wa kọ nìyẹn ní church àti ní mosque Ọlọ́run á wà pẹ̀lú wa.
Wow, what an evening. I must also say on the entourage of His Excellency, we have His Excellency Ambassador Taofeek Arakpaja. Here we also have Senator Gbenga Babalola, DG of the campaign, Chibayo Lawal, Honorable Commissioner for Education, Barrister Rahim Abdurrahman, of course, DG BPP, Mrs. Tara Adefookwe, SA Politics and Strategy, Honorable Babs Oduyoye, of course, Chairman of Local Government Service Commission, Honorable Remi Ayodele, and Barrister Niyi Akintola San, who chose to be here this evening
on solidarity.
On solidarity.
An elder of the state.
Lanesik ni Baba ti sọ̀rọ̀ gan. Excellency, ìjẹ́jú kan. Gbogbo àwọn ẹlẹ́sìn ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ àti rí àwọn imam wọ́n ti sọ̀rọ̀, àti rí àwọn kristẹni wọ́n ti sọ̀rọ̀, àwọn ẹlẹ́sìn ìbáláyé náà wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ torí gbogbo àṣejọ́ ń lọ káàkiri ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ní àrítẹ́ ń ṣe àwọn meeting pẹ̀lú gbogbo wọn. Ìṣẹ́jú kan péré nípa àwọn tó fẹ́ fi religious card to deceive or to create enmity within our people. You are the leader of the state, you speak into that and we close.
Àwọn tó fẹ́ ṣe wọ́n ti fail, so kò sí nǹkan kan tá a fẹ́ sọ.
They have failed.
Ben failed woefully, so they cannot divide us along religious line ní Ọ̀yọ́ state. Torí pé gbogbo wa, most of us tá a wà ń bì lẹ́ni ẹ̀sìn, gbogbo ẹ̀sìn ló pè sínú family wa. Èmi gan tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀, mo sọ fún àwọn yẹn pé Makinde tí mò ń jẹ́, orúkọ grandfather mi ni Makinde, bàbá tó bí èmi gan my own father Ọlátúbọ̀sún ni. Now Makinde yẹn kí wọ́n lọ check, mùsùlùmí ni, ṣùgbọ́n nínú family bàbá yẹn níyàwó mẹ́ta, méjì jẹ́ mùsùlùmí, ẹyọ kan jẹ́ kìrìsìtẹ́nì, gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wọn oníkálukú tẹ̀lé ẹ̀sìn màmá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Tí máa pe meeting family Makinde lè ní 70% mùsùlùmí láwà ń bẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n salvation oníkálukú wa, it is between us and our God. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. So àwọn tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ máa fi ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn wọ́n ti fail lọ́yọ̀ state, kí wọ́n lọ sí state mi.
Case close. What an evening. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. We wish you the best on Saturday. Of course, Fresh FM will be here to cover the election like no other. And to the entourage, thank you also for coming. It's on this note we're going to draw the curtains. I must thank all our broadcast partners, Gravity FM, Igbo, Brave FM, Ogbomoso, Inspiration FM here in Ibadan, Jams FM here in Ibadan, High Flyer here in Ibadan. Of course, Casmod FM in Iseyin, and the 3 radio arms of the State Broadcast Service of the BCOS. Thank you all. Oh, Pensioner FM, thanks for also joining us. We'll see you on Saturday. Oh, our sister station. I will be fine. Blast FM, that youth, Blast and Fresh FM, we are twins. Thank you so much for listening. Good evening.
Ṣẹ́tìrí Makinde bó ṣe tún Ọ̀yọ́ ṣe ó fọdún mẹ́rin dábìrà kípínlẹ̀ wa lè dára.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní dùgbò gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ àmọ́ ká má wulẹ̀ tanra wa jẹ wọ́n ní bọ́mọ ẹni bá dáa káwí ọmọ ní gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé ọdún mẹ́rin àkọ́kọ́ ó pèrègede ó fi gbọ̀rọ̀ jẹ́ka ṣètò ẹ̀kọ́ ní ká sọ ni àbí tètè òlera ṣètò ọrọ̀ ajé ni àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ńkọ́ gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n ń ṣe sàdákátà fún gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé kódà àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì ò gbẹ́yìn torí gbogbo wọn ló ṣe dáadáa sí láláì fẹ̀tọ́ ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan wọn dùn wọ́n àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ń gbowó oṣù wọn déédéé ètò ààbò gbẹ́yìn gbogbo ará ìlú ló ń sọ pé gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé làwọn fẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí àwọn olóyìnbó ní one good turn deserves another. gbogbo olùgbé ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ o gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé ní kẹ́ẹ̀tẹ̀ka fún lẹ́lẹ́ẹ̀kejì tó bá dọjọ́ sátidé ọjọ́ 11 oṣù kẹta ọdún tá a wà yìí. ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ò ní rẹ́yìn láéláé o. ẹgbẹ́ akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ omi tuntun initiative in diaspora OID ló sọ pé gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé yẹ lẹ́lẹ́ẹ̀kejì PDP.